This therapist in New York gains 9 new patients every month without ads. Before working with us, they already had a WordPress website, but wanted more keyword rankings, more website traffic, and of course, more revenue. Today, they generate leads from Google, Bing, Maps, social media, ChatGPT, and other major AI search platforms without spending any money on ads. The results: 9 new patients every month, over 50 top ranking keywords, more than 400 monthly visitors, and a 2,100% increase in AI visibility. In this video, you'll see the actual consultation we did for the client, the problems we found, and the exact SEO strategy we proposed to help them achieve these results. Let's jump right into the details. And if you'd like us to do the same for your business, don't forget to sign up for your 90-day free trial. Accelerated Healing Solutions. This is a WordPress website, and you're located in New York State, and you're providing therapy mostly by video to people in to the entire New York State. So I'm taking a look at your website. It does look a little bit outdated. I would like to redo this logo. I would like to modify the fonts, the sizing, and the style just to modernize everything. I would also like to modify all of the images just so that they are custom and illustrate who you are and what you do a lot better. Overall, the website content does need a refresher. I'll give you an example. Taking you from where you are now to where you want to be, that's good wording for a visitor. But remember, you also want to please Google. And so Google would want to see something like Westchester therapist. And I know that sounds boring, but if you make Google happy, they send you a lot of very useful traffic and potential clients. And so you want to have this balance of making your visitor happy and making Google happy. Same thing with this, removing the blocks to your happiness. When Google passes your website through their algorithm, they look at the first 100 words to try to figure out who, what, where, when, why, and how. And if they can't figure that out within the first 100 words, they basically just don't rank you as well as you could be ranked. So I would like to redo the content with your help, basically just so that you rank much better. From a technical standpoint, your performance score is probably the poorest score. Your website takes 9.7 seconds to fully load, and Google ranks slower loading websites a lot lower than faster loading websites. So if you go to Google and you look, if you try to look up, just for example, Westchester therapists, you're going to notice that a lot of the fastest loading websites are way up at the top of page 1. And then you go to page 3 or 4 or 5, you're going to see the slower loading websites because that's just the way that Google organizes their search results. Your website has an authority score of 6 out of 100. A very healthy number would be 15 to 20. I could probably raise this to 25 within the year. It means that Google will trust your website more than other therapy websites in the Westchester area. You're currently getting, of course, every website in the world gets visitors. For example, I'm a visitor. I'm visiting your website right now. However, you're basically getting 0 people coming from Google. So someone goes to Google, they type something like Westchester therapy, Westchester therapist, therapy near me, therapist near me, etc. 0 of them are finding you through Google. I only found it because I know your actual website. You're listed on Psychology Today, so I found it through that. But people finding you through Google search, zero. You've got 14 backlinks. I'd like to build about 500 for you over the course of 1 or 1.5 years. Would definitely improve your authority score, and it would dramatically improve your traffic after I fixed up the website properly. So you do rank for 4 phrases right at the moment. You're on page 3 for the phrase trauma healing accelerated. You're on page 9 of Google for butterfly hug method benefits. And you're on page 8 of Google for accelerated hand solutions. You're on page 9 of Google for accelerated healing. I don't think any of these phrases are of value to you. I'm going to take one phrase, Westchester therapist, and there are 210 people who type this exact phrase as you see it into Google every month. There are also variations. So there are 174 variations that total 530 searches a month. So therapist Westchester NY, 170 people are searching that phrase every month. And actually, there's not a lot of competition. So this would be quite easy to rank. We could probably make you number one in less than 6 months. There's sex therapist Westchester, New York. 90 people are searching that. Therapist in Westchester, Hartsdale. This probably isn't of use to you, as there is a Westchester that's not. There are Westchesters not in New York, so massage therapist is of no use to you. But there are definitely keyword variations that could raise this number even higher. So let's take a look at other things that I would fix on your website. Google scores your website at 59 out of 100 for the specific phrase Westchester therapist. And I'm using this one phrase as an example. Obviously, if you become our client, we will do deeper research just to figure out exactly what kinds of phrases would be useful to you and what kind of phrases wouldn't. So, like I said, your website loads too slow. The file size is too big. We need to reduce this to under 1 megabyte. It's currently 2.1 megabytes. Your title tag. I see a lot of therapists doing this. They're using the word teletherapy. The problem with teletherapy is I understand what it is, but people who are looking for a therapist, like people who have money, who are looking for a therapist, they don't necessarily know the word teletherapy yet. And so they're not typing teletherapy. They're just typing in something like Westchester therapist, Toronto therapist, best Manhattan therapist. We just ranked someone for best San Francisco therapist. So that's and she only does teletherapy, but the word teletherapy doesn't matter to Google. More so, what matters is the location, where you are, and the services that you provide, and so on. So you definitely want to put more of those kinds of words. Um, your description tag says helping people remove the blocks to their success and happiness. Dave Dodge offers individual teletherapy. So actually would modify this to say something like uh, Westchester therapist providing therapy for residents of the state of New York, something more along those lines. You're putting the most important keywords right up front, and the lesser important things, in the back. So helping people remove the blocks to their success and happiness. Yes, that is very important to people and to you, and that's the end result. But Google is not able to rank you based on these words, because this could mean, I mean, I've seen fitness trainers do this. I've seen life coaches use these phrases. Psychics use these phrases. There's so many different, clothing. I've seen actually clothing brands use these kinds of phrases. And so Google won't know how to rank you unless you use words like therapy, therapist, psychotherapist, psychotherapy, and so on and so forth. And this stuff can go in the back. Okay. Yeah, like I said, your images have not been set up properly. So there's all the images on all the pages need to be fixed. And then your heading tags need to be fixed. Actually, with just these 3 pages, we could probably boost your score well over 70. If I was to get this score over 85, or let's say 85 out of 100, you would definitely see yourself ranking a lot higher. For phrases that actually matter, you'd see this number go up drastically. And this traffic graph, which is, let's take away paid traffic, you'll see that you've been like up, and then 2020, you were getting a lot of traffic, and then it's just tanked down to nothing for basically the past 1.5 years. So we can definitely help you to recover the traffic that you had. I wonder why it spiked like this. There was a big spike, and then it all just collapsed a couple years ago. So we could definitely get that moving forward. I also see your keyword rankings. You were ranking better back in 2020 for a couple of weeks, and it didn't last long, but you've been trending down for quite a while. If I take a look at this going back to April of 2020, you actually had a whole bunch of keywords, 582, and then you've slowly moved down to basically where you've just got the 4. So something happened. First of all, Google did several updates, and you lost out. You lost out because your website hasn't been updated um, to be in line with Google's updates. Anyways, we did remove a bunch of toxic backlinks for you, and it did help you gain 16 spots. But again, we want to get you moved up for words that matter. And to do that, we're going to have to fix up the website, fix all the mistakes that I talked about, and then plus that I showed you in this audit. I would love to work with you. I think we could do this. I think we could definitely help you to reach an audience that's looking for the kind of help, the kind of important help that you provide. Yeah. That's as much information as I can share with you today. That consultation was completed in 2022, so naturally the SEO landscape has changed, and today we have a much larger strategy in place to keep up with modern search and AI platforms. The impact of SEO is exponential. When done correctly, it becomes a long-term business asset. Revenue continues to grow while dependence on paid advertising continues to shrink. To recap the project, we had to do website improvements and technical fixes, content creation and optimization, authority and backlink building, ongoing SEO and AI visibility improvements, plus much, much more. The results: 9 new patients every month without ads, over 50 top ranking keywords, more than 400 monthly visitors, a 2,100% increase in AI visibility. I hope this video gives you a better understanding of what modern SEO actually looks like and how powerful it can be for a business like yours. Companies often invest 1 to 2% of their annual revenue into SEO because the return on investment can be extraordinary when executed correctly. If you're wondering what results may be possible for your business, visit the website link in the description below and request your 90-day free trial. Thank you for watching, and if this video was helpful, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next case study.